Once upon a time, but not so long ago, there's a young girl named Aniyah who was coming home from school. Her heart was happy at the thought of mother's cookies waiting for her when she spied an opportunity. There it was. An unlatched gate provided her a shortcut home, shaving away precious moments. She knew she'd be scolded if seen, but impatience overwhelmed her. As quiet as a dormouse, she crept to the gate and slipped between two strange houses. Creep, 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 Aniyah slipped, afraid of being caught in a trespass, when a loud and sudden clanging behind her caused to startle. Ah! What malevolence was this? Aniyah's way was barred by some motley conjuration and a mad seeming. She turned to flee, but the ensorcelled gate had locked her in. What a calamity! Do you want to see a magic trick? The fiend purred to Aniyah. Pick a card. Aniyah drew a card and looked upon it in consternation. Now, the devil growled, you play the card you're dealt. But Aniyah had no idea what the creature meant. Play the card you're dealt. Play the card you're dealt. Play the card you're dealt. It rumbled as the sound of falling mountains, and Aniyah trembled for her very soul. She fled, and this time the gate allowed her to escape. By happenstance, a kindly witch had heard the heated harangue of that horrible fiend. She beckoned Aniyah into the safety of her hut. "What bothers you, child?" the kindly witch inquired. And Aniyah told her of a beast that dwells between two houses. "Ah," the witch said, "I have heard of such things. You should burn some sage. It drives off so many things. Beasts, brutes, baddies, boggans, banshees, bandicoots, and banhees, jujus, mojos, voodoos, gree-grees, baba-yagas, and dire incantations, malevolences and manifestations, monkey's paws, monkey's jaws, ghosts, ghasts, ghouls, geists, poltergeists, uber-poltergeists.
Play the card you dealt!
It seemed the creature had found Aniyah once again with its infernal demands. Play the card you're dealt. A missive pushed under the door demanded in its eldritch and hoary script that Aniyah play the card she was dealt. Play the card she was dealt. And while the witch's enchantments barred the fiend from entry, Aniyah knew there was no escape for her. Outside that monstrous figure with its insane demands awaited, roiling in its fury and shaking in its lunacy. Guarded by her many charms, the witch elected to confront the beast. "I demand your name," the witch, demanded. "I am known by many names," the beast replied. "To some I am Eldritch Hubbard. Others know me as Antonio Lavender. The forest folks speak of Big Rhubarb. Old texts warn of Lugnut Categorical. Milk curdles at the mention of Bananas Foster. Some call me Maurice. Songs are sung of Mr. Withershins. In the hills they whisper of Danny Cotton Candy Pants. The birds remember me as Sprackle McGrackle. My life. Aniyah's hope of a subtle escape was dashed. The fiend awaited. Play the card you're dealt. Play the card you're dealt. But still Aniyah did not know what that meant. "Just give him back the card," the witch advised. With a trembling hand, Aniyah offered back the card. The creature snatched it back, and with a sound like 1,000 cats composing a concerto in hell's darkest depths, it began to laugh. "You lose," the monster cackled. "You are the loser." "But what did I lose?" Aniyah asked the fiend. "Well, nothing. Not really. But you lost, so you are the loser." "This is utterly silly," Aniyah said. "I don't care what you think." And Aniyah walked away, because she could.